So Milo Yiannopoulos kind of got in trouble recently after he came out on the Bill Maher show, and really Bill Maher was warning him about this several times. He was telling him, you need to cool down and not insult people so much because one day it's gonna come bite you in the ass. Like he literally told him like that on the Real Time with Bill Maher. And this was 4 days before anything happened, and then all of a sudden, after going on that show and insulting a former counterintelligence and what's his name? The other guy, Larry Wilmore. Larry Wilmore. He insulted two of the biggest, guys that you can insult, and then 4 days later, an old podcast where he was defending pedophilia. Essentially, he was saying that he was okay with his priest having molested him, having him done the things that he does, and he gives way better blowjobs because of Father, whatever the heck his name is. Which is disgusting. And like, you know what? If in another context, like if he was joking, I would give leeway. Because jokes are jokes, right? Whether they offend you or not, a joke isn't to be taken seriously. If I tell Sal that something insulting, but in a joke, he's not gonna take it seriously because I'm joking. But in this case, if you look back in the interviews, the newest one was with Joe Rogan, where he said the same thing several times. So it's kind of odd how these didn't come up. You know what I mean, Sal? Like, it's just weird how they didn't come up till now. I think it's because he insulted some of the biggest people that you can insult now. And Milo has now lost his job with Breitbart. And he lost his job, and he's lost his book deal, $250,000 worth of a book deal. And he kind of went crazy on Twitter saying that I'm not a pedophile or something like that. I'm not a pedophile defender. Like, you're misconstruing what I said. And a lot of people were telling him, dude, it's over. Like, what you said is on record, and you said it several times. And it just goes to show you that with these guys, the whole... Where was it where that riot was where he was speaking?
It was at
Berkeley?
UC Berkeley.
Berkeley. It just goes to show you that liberals need to calm down when it comes to people like this. He's a troll. What does a troll do? If you feed a troll, he's gonna get stronger. He's gonna get better. And if you try to silence somebody, you're literally being like they are. You're being worse than they are, essentially. So, in my opinion, what you have to do is let these guys hang themselves. You give them the rope. And then all of a sudden, they're gonna upset the wrong person. They're gonna talk smack to the wrong person. They're gonna be a troll to the wrong person. And guess what? GG, game over. And you're not gonna be able to get away with that with everybody. And that's what Milo has to learn now. And unfortunately for him, he's done. His career's over. And Milo, I feel bad for him because he had some arguments that I agreed with. Very few, honestly, because... let's face it, he wasn't that smart to begin with. The reason why he would go to insultive arguments when an argument pivoted towards where he couldn't kind of intellectually compete is because that's what people do that are unintelligent. They go directly for the insult and try to get you riled up. I don't know if you ever dealt with somebody like that, so
yeah.
When somebody can't deal with an argument, like if you're making really good points and you put them to the corner, what do?
Well, they go low because that's something they can do. They can make you upset so that way the argument ends there.
Exactly. So instead of getting upset, and I know not a lot of people watch our show, but for the few hundred that do, guys, never try to silence anybody that's a bigot, that's a racist, that's an idiot. Because guess what? What goes around comes around, and you gotta let them hang themselves.
Teach, but don't push.
Exactly.